So it was in Phoenix. One of my boys, I got 4 boys, saw it on Facebook or somewhere, called the guy, and he said he didn't want to sell it, but he'd trade for it. So Tyson traded a 3-horse stock trailer for it. And it was a cab and hood, and it ran. It had a 262 Cummins with a 13-speed in it. And he knew I always wanted something to play with, you know, and just mess around with. So he got it and drove it up, and it wouldn't even stay in the lane. It was rough. It was pretty rough. And I've had it for about 2.5, 3 years. I've not put a lot of money in it. I've actually bought the visor and the fenders. That was it. Everything else I made or borrowed or traded or got out of people's junk pile. So that's been the fun part for me. I got invited here. I had a 262 with a 6 and a 4 in it that I'd put in, and the 262 blew up a week before we were coming here, and so I wasn't going to come. I didn't have a motor, didn't have money to put a motor in it, and Tristan Hatch with Old Iron Trucking, he's a good dude. He just texted me, he's put what with question marks on a Sunday, and I said motor blown, I can't go. And he called me right then. He said, I'm gonna put a motor in the truck for you. So they came to my house, loaded it, hauled it to his shop in Denton, and he and his cousin Taden pulled that 262 out, and he had a big cam 400 that they put in, and it wasn't easy. Nothing fit. I mean, the motor barely fits in that thing. And so I kept calling him, what do I need to do? And finally he just said, stay out of the way. They got it running. We pulled it out of the shop. Saturday I went to pick it up, drove it about 5 miles and quit. Wouldn't run. Messed with it all day, and it was a flapper in the fuel line. Got that running. Went to church Sunday, loaded everything Sunday afternoon, and Coulter, my grandson, and I left Monday morning and drove out here 1,000 miles in it. No AC, no power steering, no radio. So it ran. Only had a couple little hiccups, and it was good. From the front, it had a rock crusher screen for the grill. So a buddy of mine had dented his 379 grill, so I took that grill and turned it up sideways and made a grill. The bumper come out of the same scrap pile. It wasn't shiny enough for him, so I put it on this truck. Had a 13-speed in it. I put a 6 and a 4. It's got a 5 and a 4 now, overs. Traded 2 cabs for the straight stacks. I made the light bar on the back out of deck plates out of a cow trailer. Coulter's favorite part is there's a big stainless plate in the back that was a commercial refrigerator door that I cut and put on the back there. But we put a wood floor in it. I couldn't afford truck seats, so I went to the wrecking yard and got 2 van seats for $40. Conversion van seats, so they turn out, they swivel out. My sticks, I wanted chrome sticks, so the main box is a Volkswagen tie rod, chrome tie rod, and the auxiliaries out of an old school bus. So stuff like that's fun for me. I've just built it and not spent a lot, but had fun doing it. So the Mercury belonged to a guy there in town. He took it off, it was a Mac in the 80s. And it was under a tree, a mesquite tree, I've known it's been there for 30 years probably. And he kept telling me if I ever built a truck again, I could have it. Well, I went to get it, and he kind of balked. He said, I don't want to get rid of it. And I said, come on, Mike, a deal's a deal. So I took it, and it was bad shape, really bad shape. I had to put a floor in it and got it all put together, put it on the truck. I went by his house, showed him, took him for a ride, and about 3 days later he died, passed away. So here at the truck, I was going to have it all polished out, and a suggestion was made because you can see all of his ICC numbers and stuff. They said, don't polish it, leave that on. And I thought, man, that's cool. So I'm gonna have them all lettered back out.